All right, we're gonna do a walkthrough behind the scenes interior rundown of the Cayenne, the 2004 S Safari build. I like to do this because looking at pictures, you never really get a sense for a vehicle. And I just want to point out the things that I really was looking for when looking at several Cayenne S's to do this build on. So first and foremost for me, what I loved about this is it's super clean. Really does not show hardly anywhere. From the inside, you'd never guess that this was a 2004, and that's one of the things for me. I was okay if the exterior isn't perfect. I wanted a really clean interior with no bad odors, no tears, anything like that, and this car really delivered. You can see the dash is awesome. Another thing for me is the black color is a must. I'm not a fan of the gray or the tan. Both of those don't age very well. And when I look at the trim, I don't like the burl wood, so I love this aluminum finish. Again, it just has aged a lot better. It looks a lot more like a modern Cayenne than a 2004. So that was step one for me, is find a black interior that was really clean, that had been well taken care of. Maintenance records, I already made a video on that, so you can see there. But how I look at this is like, you look at all the little pieces, so none of the buttons are worn out. You know, none of them have lost their paint or have broken off. Everything is really intact, and even like these little compartments, they all work. Everything is there and easy to access. Like nothing is broken or off its rails. You'll notice like all the flooring lights are working, and then really just pay attention to the carpets. The carpets are like new condition. Really good carpets. The seats, power seats, all work, have lumbar support up front. In the rear, you have heated seats as well as the front. There's your rear controls. Again, like you look at the carpets, the mats, and then the carpets underneath are like all in really good condition. The only imperfection really that I've noted on the car is there's a really small tear right here in the leather. So right there, probably from the seat folding down and hitting the seatbelt right there and kind of poking it through. Probably something you could fix with liquid leather. I've never messed with it yet. But again, overall, just super clean. Again, no tears or smells like on the headliner, anything like that. You get in this car and you wouldn't believe that it's a 2004. Other things that I like about it, you know, the split window is a nice feature. So you can just do up the top, or you can pull up the whole hatch. All the struts are in working order. This one has a nice little dual compartment organizer. And again, not a big deal, but when you look at things like this, it tends to tell me that previous owners are willing to invest in their cars to just keep things tidy. So those are small signals to me that the car has been taken care of. And the bigger things are, again, the carpet. It just, you can tell if an SUV has been the, no offense to carpools, but the carpool wagon. So this is one where if you look through the car, everything is just in its place and clean and well put together. So I think, you know, anyone buying this car or looking at buying it, compared to any other 2004 Cayenne S, and you're going to struggle to find something that's this clean. The other thing I like is power outlets everywhere on this thing. So if you make it like an Overlander rig, it's super easy to plug in your refrigerator, which I've done before. There's a couple underneath here, right under there. This thing also has a really cool little hidden drawer. So that's sometimes where I would keep a concealed weapon. If I was carrying one, I'd say you have to. But again, all the seats are in great condition. You know, other than maybe like a little leather conditioner, that's about all that I would suggest, to just stay on top of that. But really great shape. Really been happy with the interior, and that was one of my first pieces. So that's the inside of the car. Let me just walk back over to the front and give you a look, just so you can turn the key on. You can see there's the only warning lights that are on. They are on because of some modifications. So I'll turn the key on and give it a start. You're gonna see the warning light there, the exclamation point, and with the computer you can scroll through that. And as we scroll through that, we're getting check fog lights and check reversing lights. And the reason you got the check fog and the check reverse lights is this car has an aftermarket LED light, which I'll show you in just a second. And that aftermarket LED light has a different power source. So I was reading through this, and it's dialed to the old halogen bulbs. With the upgraded bulbs, it's going to send those warnings. So those warnings are there. Again, like all this stuff works. I've got this little guy, so this is what I use to connect Bluetooth to the sound system. There's a couple of pixels missing there, but everything works. I don't have the navigation DVDs. If you want those, you can use them, but been really easy to work through that. The stability management system works. All the buttons are in working order. Again, I haven't found anything that doesn't work, including the air-conditioned glove box. So if you throw a drink in there, you can set the temperature to colder, and you get colder air blowing into here as well. So really cool stuff. And then speaking of the air conditioner, I just put a brand new blower motor in, so the AC is blowing cold and it's blowing hard. That's something that tends to go out on these. The blower motors last usually about 10 years before they have to be replaced. Up here, again, like everything's just working, nothing's broken off, which typically, those are some of the first things to go in most vehicles. This one just is stunning on the inside.